Egypt, or as the Egyptians and Arabs call it, the mother of the world, because it contains tourist attractions and stunning natural landscapes, and because it is distinguished by the pharaonic monuments that added to it a special charm. Therefore, in this video, we will present to you the most beautiful tourist places in Egypt. The Pyramids of Giza, Cairo, are one of the most important tourist attractions in Cairo. They are located on the Giza Plateau in Giza Governorate, on the west bank of the Nile River. It includes 3 pyramids of Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure, which were built around 25 centuries BC. They are royal tombs, each bearing the name of the king who built it and who was buried in it. The hierarchical construction here is the stage of development of tomb architecture in ancient Egypt. The pyramids are among the most important places of tourism in Egypt. The 3 pyramids of Egypt are characterized as one of the most important 7 wonders of the world, one of the largest gases of ancient and modern history, and the most important tourism in Cairo. You can spend a whole day visiting the 3 pyramids of Egypt, where the pyramids are distinguished by their magnitude and international fame, as you can see the greatness of building these pyramids thousands of years ago, and you can take the most beautiful memorial photos there. You can also enjoy a camel trip, as you can rent a camel for a certain period and take a tour around one of the 3 pyramids of Egypt. In the vicinity of the pyramids, there are many shopping stores that sell imitation artifacts, small statues similar to the pyramids, and the Sphinx. What makes visiting the pyramids of Egypt very interesting is that the place offers various other activities in addition to the previous activities, the most important of which is camel riding. In addition to visiting Khufu's ship, you can also visit the Great Sphinx, which is located near the 3 pyramids of Egypt. And after completing your presence at the statue, you can go to any of the tourist places in Cairo located near it, such as the Gallopers Tourist and Safari Club in Cairo, 930 meters away, and the Pyramid of Osiris, Cairo, 1.28 kilometers away. Cairo House, which is one of Cairo's most famous 5-star hotels and is located 589 meters away. Al-Azhar Mosque is the most important mosque in Egypt and the most famous in the Islamic world. It is a mosque and a university for more than 1,000 years, so it is thus the first mosque established in the city of Cairo, and it is the oldest standing Fatimid monument in Egypt. To its architecture. In the Ottoman era, the sultans of the Ottoman family showed great respect for the mosque and its people, despite their resistance to them and standing with the Mamluks during their war with the Ottomans. However, this respect was not translated into practice in the form of care and interest in its architecture or spending on its sheikhs and students. However, during that period, the mosque became the best place for all Egyptians and the first place to receive sciences and understanding in religion through it, and it became a center for the largest gathering of Egyptian scholars as it began to teach some sciences of philosophy and logic for the first time. A new story among the legends of buildings in Egypt, in which the Al-Azhar Mosque stands as a witness to Egypt's historical leadership in various fields of life. It is not just a mosque that has been around for hundreds of years, but a historical record of the most important historical eras. want to visit a suitable place for meditation and wandering, just visit the International Garden in Cairo, which is one of the best gardens in Cairo. This park, ranked among the best tourist places in Cairo for families, will make you enjoy its breathtaking beauty without any doubt. It is nice to start your day in this park by wandering around it and seeing the magic that you will find reflected here and there, especially on its lush trees and spacious green spaces, and you can rest in the seats designated for sitting. You will also find unique-style sculptures that interest you, as well as beautiful fountains and beautiful water pools. 1. DB''G1 Cairo Tower. Cairo Tower provides you with a wonderful view of the city of Cairo with its landmarks and neighborhoods, as it reaches a height of 187 meters. The tower is located in the heart of Cairo on the island of Zamalek in the Nile River. On its top is unique. It is located on a rotating platform, which rotates to provide the restaurant with a comprehensive view of the tourist areas in Cairo. It was built in the Jazeera district in Cairo between 1956 and 1961. It is a cylindrical building with a height of 187 meters. Designed and implemented by the Egyptian engineer Naam Shabib. Its walls are covered with mosaics, one of the symbols of modern Cairo. The tower is designed in the form of a lotus flower as a symbol of the history of ancient Egypt. Nile cruises. One of the best places to spend the night in Cairo at night in front of the magnificent view of the Nile is the Independence of one of the fixed or mobile floating ships, on board which various artistic paragraphs are presented, such as musical and lyrical concerts and paragraphs of oriental and folkloric dance, in addition to the most delicious meals and the most delicious drinks. Pharaonic Village. The Pharaonic Village is considered one of the best tourist places in Cairo, Egypt, as it is an ideal place to learn about Egyptian history and the civilization of the pharaohs. The Pharaonic Village simulates ancient villages of the pharaohs that were present thousands of years ago, where you can learn about their contents, landmarks, buildings, and even their personalities. Nubia Museum tourism in Egypt is distinguished by its amazing multiplicity of patterns, and perhaps the most telling evidence of this is the Nubian Museum, which is considered one of the most distinguished tourist attractions in Aswan and popular with world tourists. This museum displays a special and very important aspect of the ancient Nubian civilization. The Egyptian architect Mahmud al-Hakam excelled in its implementation, conveying with all honesty and ability the authentic Nubian spirit and the vocabulary of life in it in a way that amazed the world, using the surrounding environmental rocks, drawing inspiration from prehistoric caves with their primitive inscriptions, and models of the Nubian house with its artistic touches, inscriptions and bright colors. Khan al-Khalili. One of the most important destinations for tourism in Cairo by Arab and foreign tourists, as it is an ancient popular market dating back to 6 centuries ago and is located near the Al Hussein neighborhood. Through Khan al-Khalili, you can purchase the most beautiful souvenirs that remind you of your trip to Egypt, such as wood, copper and silver artifacts, small statues, luminous glass lamps, and others, while enjoying the design of the place that has been preserved to this day in its old form. The clothing stores in this market lead the majority of visits, especially the popular clothing stores, as they reflect images of the heritage and culture of the city and are characterized by beautiful colors and embroideries. Women's and men's clothing stores. You will find a unique assortment of handicrafts in the Khan al-Khalili market in Cairo, and you will definitely be attracted to see how the craftsmen excelled in their work, and you may love to acquire some of them, such as copper and pottery. Market-goers will not ignore the acquisition of a number of distinctive pieces that will commemorate their visit, and you will undoubtedly do the same, as you will find antique shops and gift shops that will attract you thanks to the eye-catching products they offer. If you want to visit a suitable place for meditation and wandering, just visit the International Garden in Cairo, which is one of the best gardens in Cairo. This park, ranked among the best tourist places in Cairo for families, will make you enjoy its breathtaking beauty without any doubt. It is nice to start your day in this park by wandering around it and seeing the magic that you will find reflected here and there, especially on its lush trees and spacious green spaces, and you can rest in the seats designated for sitting. You will also find unique-style sculptures that interest you, as well as beautiful fountains and beautiful water pools. Aswan is the most idyllic city in Egypt. It is located in the south of Egypt, and it is a wonderful place where you will enjoy discovering the epic history of this town away from the crowds of Cairo. There, you can ride a falaka, a traditional sailing ship, around Elephantine Island as well as explore the ruins of the Khnum Temple. We will mention the most important tourist places in it. The Great Abu Simbel Temple of King Ramesses II. The temples of Abu Simbel are considered one of the most important tourist attractions in Aswan. These temples were built by King Ramesses II in 1244 BC His great temple, topped by 4 huge statues of the king, and his ages represented the king's sons, his wife, and his mother. Tourism in the face of the king's statue in the Holy of Holies, tourism on the king's birthday and the day of his coronation on the throne. As for the small temple, it is dedicated to Queen Nefertari, wife of King Ramesses, and to the worship of the gods, and its design is similar to that of the Great Temple. Aswan High Dam. The High Dam is considered one of the most important tourism attractions in Aswan, and this huge one, in addition to the greatness of its design and importance, is its place, the Egyptian people, to achieve a dream that has long been achieved, and it was the greatest challenge in the world in the 20th century. Philae Temple on Angelica Island. The Philae Temple is one of the most beautiful and important tourist attractions in Aswan, and it is very popular and attractive in the world. The construction of the temple dates back to the 3rd century BC to the worship of the god Isis, then the Greek, Roman, and Byzantine eras followed it, where each era left its own character on the walls of the temple, where the visitor sees many huge columns and murals with wonderful drawings. As for reaching the temple, it will be through an amazing boat trip on the Nile River, in which dozens of pictures of the charming landscapes will be taken. Kamambo Temple. The Temple of Kamambo was built on the banks of the Nile River to worship the gods Horus the Great and Sabak, and it has 2 entrances that are identical in shape, and inside the temple there are many halls with columns with exquisite drawings and inscriptions, and many sanctuaries that highlight the extent of the interdependence and reverence of those gods, and the location of the temple was central for a group of statues that have special sanctity for the ancient Egyptians, and next to the temple there is a museum that includes many mutes. One as well is the way to reach this temple, which is done by sailing on Nile cruises to reach it with all the beauty of nature and the splendor of the scenes that the tourist passes through, which is worth registering through memorial shots. Nubia Museum. Tourism in Egypt is distinguished by its amazing multiplicity of patterns, and perhaps the most telling evidence of this is the Nubian Museum, which is considered one of the most distinguished tourist attractions in Aswan and popular with world tourists. This museum displays a special and very important aspect of the ancient Nubian civilization. The Egyptian architect Muhammad al-Hakam excelled in its implementation, conveying with all honesty and ability the authentic Nubian spirit and the vocabulary of life in it in a way that amazed the world, using the surrounding environmental rocks, drawing inspiration from prehistoric caves with their primitive inscriptions, and models of the Nubian house with its artistic touches, inscriptions and bright colors. The Nubian village was able to be distinguished by presenting a lively and realistic picture of Nubian life, as the Nubian civilization often differed from the ancient Egyptian civilization in its way of life and distinguished personality in clothing, food, design and decoration. and using the materials of the surrounding environment in building their homes to achieve complete harmony with it and to provide a healthy and refreshing atmosphere. It is self-conditioned away from the heat. Cities in Egypt. Luxor alone serves as a treasury that includes most of the antiquities of pharaonic Egypt, which constitute 2/3 of the world's antiquities. Tourism in Luxor or ancient Thebes differs from other tourism cities in Egypt. Luxor alone serves as a treasury that includes most of the antiquities of pharaonic Egypt, which constitute 2/3 of the world's antiquities. Luxor on the East Bank includes many temples, the most famous of them. Luxor on the East Bank includes many temples, the most famous of them. Luxor on the East Bank includes many temples, the most famous of them. Luxor on the East Bank includes many temples, the most famous of them. Karnak Temple. The Great Karnak Temple is characterized by charming sound and light shows that are held every evening, which is a great way to discover the temple. The road to the Karnak Temple is known as the Ram's Road, as it is surrounded on both sides by small sphinxes. Deir el-Bahari. Deir el-Bahari is a group of pharaonic temples and tombs located on the west bank of the Nile River. The temple has 3 ascending levels divided by an ascending path. Valley of the Kings for more than 500 years. The Valley of the Kings was a place for the construction of the tombs of the pharaohs. It is located on the west bank of the Nile River. The valley includes many royal tombs that are filled with beautiful pharaonic decorations and inscriptions. Matrouh first, an amazing beach. Ajibba Beach is distinguished as the best tourist place in Matrouh. The beach is located 24 kilometers west of the city, as it is characterized by high mountains and gradient waters in white, sky blue and dark blue, and is distinguished by its unique nature and turquoise waters. The beach is also characterized by the presence of many rocks scattered along the beach, and for descent to the beach below, the governorate took several steps to develop and create stairs to make it easier for visitors to move. It also established a corniche above to see the entire beach before going down. It warns against going down the beach due to the large number of rocks, the depth of the water, and the difficulty of swimming. We also find that it is one of the most beaches that tourists go to take memorial photos with the picturesque nature. Ramal Beach is considered one of the best beaches in Matrouh and the most visited if you want to go to tourism in Matrouh, as it is characterized by the gradation of watercolors, which is not found in another beach, and it is suitable for children. And the last part is colored in turquoise color, and it is of medium depth, so it is easy to swim. The beach is named after the German commander Erwin Rommel, who was nicknamed the Desert Fox, as he took shelter from this beach and planned for war during World War II. Diving club. Many people think that diving is limited to the cities of the Red Sea, such as Hurghada and Sharm El-Sheikh, but we find that there are some cities that have places for diving that simulate nature, such as the Diving Club in Basant Beach in Matrouh, which is equipped with the latest means and diving equipment, which is globally classified as one of the best places for diving. Diving there is not limited to watching rare fish and coral reefs, but there is always something that attracts tourists to diving in this area. The worst sunken ships since World War II, which are about 30 ships, as a shelter for her. Which attracts tourists to Hurghada, a destination that is an ideal destination for romantic youth and honeymoon holidays. And the most beautiful of them is in the Red Sea, due to the great purity of its water and its pure splendor, and the presence of all marine sports and games that attract large numbers of tourists. The most visited month is November to March due to the moderate climate in them. Sakala is considered one of the most important tourist places in Hurghada, Egypt, and it is the beating heart of the city. This area is full of tourist resorts, restaurants, and markets, and it is famous. Hurghada Aquarium. Aquarium is one of the most important tourist places in Hurghada, as it is the only aquarium museum that has been dedicated in the region to a larger view, because it includes a small zoo. The aquarium contains different types of sharks, as well as fish and marine creatures from different seas and oceans that amaze everyone who saw them. Sal Hashish is one of the most important tourist places in Hurghada. It is located in the south, at a distance of 25 kilometers from the city of Hurghada. It contains many resorts and luxury hotels, in addition to recreational facilities, including golf courses and an underwater pharaonic city that is considered the first of its kind for scuba diving enthusiasts. That offer beautiful sea views and a wonderful beach atmosphere, as well as beaches that are characterized by sparkling clear water. and thus this sandy beach is considered the best among several tourist areas in Hurghada and one of the most attractive places for visitors. It provides opportunities for relaxation and entertainment that are not exhausted, as well as many other exciting experiences enjoyed by beachgoers, among them practicing various sports and water games such as swimming, as well as enjoying different food and drink options through restaurants that spread along the beach. The Carlos Reef area is one of the areas that always attract tourists to visit and enjoy its natural features, as it is considered one of the most beautiful diving sites in Hurghada and tourism in Hurghada, due to the presence of dense coral forests, which are two coral towers that adorn that area below and the surface of the water, and between them lies a valley with a depth of 16 meters. There are also many colorful and rare fish, such as jackfish, barracuda fish, tuna, giant moray fish, and a rare hammerhead shark. The area is suitable for amateur and experienced divers. The Carlos Reef area is one of the areas that always attract tourists to visit and enjoy its natural features, as it is considered one of the most beautiful diving sites in Hurghada and tourism in Hurghada, due to the presence of dense coral forests, which are two coral towers that adorn that area below and the surface of the water, and between them lies a valley with a depth of 16 meters. There are also many colorful and rare fish, such as jackfish, barracuda fish, tuna, giant moray fish, and a rare hammerhead shark. The area is suitable for amateur and experienced divers. Cities of the Red Sea, such as Hurghada and Sharm El-Sheikh, but we find that there are some cities that have places for diving that simulate nature, such as the diving club in Basin Beach in Marsa Matrouh, which is equipped with the latest means and diving equipment, which is globally classified as one of the best places for diving. Diving there is not limited to watching rare fish and coral reefs, but there is always something that attracts tourists to diving in this area. The worst sunken ships since World War II, which are about 30 ships, as a shelter for her. The city of Alexandria, which is called the Bride of the Mediterranean, The Nazha Zoo is one of the best tourist places in Alexandria, as it is located in the Nazha neighborhood near the Antoniades Gardens and the Smaila neighborhood. It is considered the second largest zoo in Egypt and is distinguished by its fun atmosphere and recreational activities. The park includes the Sheba House, the Reptile House, the Waterfowl Lake, the Children's Garden, the Natural History Museum. We can say that the city of Alexandria is a world where diverse cultures and many fun methods mix to provide tourism destinations in Alexandria with the greatest levels of pleasure. One of the most popular things for the majority of visitors is to enjoy visiting the beaches of Alexandria rather than the other places of tourism in Alexandria, with the aim of enjoying the sunshine, the lightning sea views, and the activities at the beaches in Alexandria. Sharm El-Sheikh is said to be the pearl of the Gulf due to its bright waters with coral reefs, moderate weather, and sand dunes that sparkle in the desert. It is an integrated city where everyone who seeks recreation in the lush nature finds his demand, as well as those who search for shopping and a life full of recreational activities will inevitably find his demand. Sharm El-Sheikh reserves. The city of Sharm El-Sheikh provides many areas for all lovers of calm nature and psychological relaxation in the charming nature reserves, with the possibility of seeing many wild animals and amazing marine creatures. If you want to spend hours of fun, shopping, buying luxury goods and souvenirs, while enjoying elegant restaurants and cafes, Soho Square provides you with more than that. It is one of the most attractive places in Sharm El-Sheikh, where you can find souvenirs, world-class goods, the latest fashions in clothing and accessories, as well as art galleries and household goods. Not only that, but this field is located in the middle of the Savoy Resort, where White Knight Beach is located. You can enjoy and spend fun times on this beach, practice squash, bowling, tennis, and then shop. Sharm El-Sheikh, one of the most touristic areas in Sharm El-Sheikh, providing an atmosphere of joy, fun, and a bustling nightlife, and perfectly suitable for taking the most beautiful photographs, accompanied by the dancing fountains to the music and the colorful lighting units that emit splendor. The place also includes an open theater that presents of singing or musical performance every night, in addition to a large number of high-end restaurants and cafes that provide their services to visitors. This is in addition to stores to buy everything you want, as Hollywood Sharm El-Sheikh is a full-service place that provides you with entertainment and shopping at the same time.
Thank you.